All right, time to string. So I salvaged the old strings here, but I'm actually not going to use them. Even though I probably could get these back on, the end is always going to start to fray. Don't waste your time with that. Hopefully you have new string ready to go. I really like the one Yamaha makes. It's easy to tell which one that is because I think it's the only one that comes in yellow. And you don't need to buy 200 meters of it like I did, but they do sell it in much smaller packs, enough to do just a few different horns. Most music stores will stock that. I know Brick and Mortar in Potsdam stocks it. So to determine the length, if you have the old string, you can just check to make sure that your new string is at least as long as the old string. But let's pretend we didn't even have that. Fail-safe way, no matter what size your hands are, do the surfer hang 10 thing and measure out a length like that. That always ends up being long enough. And I'm going to take a fresh razor blade, and I want a really clean cut. We don't want the end to be frayed at all. And if you cut it on a diagonal, that's going to help you thread it when you're putting the string on. There we go, got a nice clean cut there. Normally I'd go through and do all my strings at once. And another reason I like the Yamaha string, it just grips to itself really, really well. Just one basic knot at the end, and that is all you have to do. And that will be secure there. That will not come undone on you. Let's see if I can get this strung. There's a big tripod on my bench right now, so I've only got about a third of the space I normally would have. But you're going to think like a figure 8 kind of motion when you're putting this through. So you're going to start with the hole, the lower hole in the stop, or in the key arm there, the one that's further away from the screw that's on the arm. So start out threading through there, and then think figure 8. And go around the screw on the stop arm, and then you're going to go around that again. I like to go underneath when the string passes by. For your purposes, do whatever works for you. However you can get that to go through there, that's going to be the main thing. And then I'm going to, once the string passes by, this is what's going to set the height of the key arm. So where this is going to be is determined right here. So kind of check out your key there. You know, where's that going to be? And play around with it a little bit. And then before you go any further, tighten the screw on the stop arm. You don't have to really wrench it down, fairly tight. And now this is halftime. I can let everything go. It's not going to unwind or anything. And this is where I'm going to check my height. I think that's in frame. And I'm going to check this out. You want it to be either parallel or just slightly below parallel. I'm kind of checking that out. I think I'm happy with that. It's a little bit below parallel. That's close enough, though. That's going to work. So it could be like parallel with the rest of the instrument, or just a little bit below. This one's a little bit below. Totally fine. So I'm happy with that. So now I can go on and finish the job. If I wasn't happy there, I would loosen that. I would play around. I would loosen the screw that we just went by. I would play around with where the key arm is at, and then I'd try it at a different height. Through the other hole in the key arm, and that's where we've completed our figure 8 there. So we've done a figure 8 kind of around the rotor. And then we're just going to finish by going around that last screw there that's on the key arm. And again, you can go under the string when it passes by itself. You can go over. It doesn't matter. I like to go under. Good. Nothing's clacking against itself. Yeah, and I'm happy with that. So now I would go through and do the next two.